Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Happy Friday to you. Good morning to you. My throat's a little rough this morning, so hopefully you'll bear with me. A little tech issue this morning as well, so things are a little bit laggy here today. I'm just getting myself centered, doing some breathing and mindfulness here right before we start. And we open in about 30 seconds here, guys. Let's take a look at the daily frame. The two sisters, NASDAQ and S&P, side by side, left and right. You can see that we have been rallying here for the last couple of weeks now through here. A little pause in this resistance area, as many of you know. And then yesterday, big up day, and then we pulled back during the day. Big up day, pulled back on the S&P as well. Today we have an inside day on the NASDAQ and an inside day on the S&P. So for me, that's a neutral bias, of course, coming in. Just overall big picture, of course. We have marginal bullish bodies on both the NASDAQ and the S&P, but an inside day. So that's the daily frame. Let's go over now to the 1 minute, two sisters, NASDAQ and S&P left and right again. We are open here now, guys, on the New York session. There's the 1 minute candle forming, and that will be the 1 minute open range that I typically use as my open range level for the entire day. It'll move out to the right for those who are new, and that'll be set in about 20 seconds or so. I will be cutting out dead air, sideways grinding action, guys, non-teaching moments, things of that nature to keep this video nice and tight. I'm going to do less of explaining what I'm not doing unless there's a real key speaking point, and just bring you back for if and when I take a trade or a setup. Most days I do, but some days I don't. The reality is there's usually something that sets up in the morning during my optimal trading window, which is the first 2 hours of the day, 9:30 a.m. till about 11:30 or 12 noon on weekdays, of course. I'll put you on pause now, guys. We're just kind of inside the open range here, as you can see, into the second minute of the day, and then I'll bring you back. This is my power grid, guys. You can see that inside day right there with the marginal bullish body. For now, that could flip at any moment. It looks like it might even want to. We are at a little bit of a zone here, guys, from the UK session. I'm just going to refine that a little bit. There's a clean traffic range above from yesterday's New York session. See that there? If we get up there, it could be smooth sailing higher. But right now, looking like we want to honor and respect this minor zone. I say it's minor because it was actually between sessions, right? And then we respect a little bit down here. And then, of course, right now, looking like we want to pull back a bit. The daily candle is now doji style, right? Meaning the body is, well, not a little bit higher than the middle of the wick so far, but is really indecisive based on open and close. And of course, that goes back to 6 p.m. When the market opens here last night for futures trading. And so really indecisive here on the NASDAQ. I'm going to show you the S&P. I don't always do this. I don't do that there, though. You can see the inside day there. Very similar structure on the 30-minute. Going to refine this zone or revise this zone just a little bit higher. And now dropping down, sort of, on the S&P, bringing you back to the NASDAQ. That's my vehicle of choice. I'm going to drop down to the 30-second chart on the right-hand side for some more surgical precision. Again, bear with my voice here today, guys. A little raspy today. I'm not sure if it's allergies or getting a cold. Who knows what's going on? It could be COVID. Who knows? Haven't had it yet, thankfully, as far as I know. But apparently everybody's going to get it at some point. I'll put you on pause here, guys. Again, I'm going to be very patient. Not going to jump on stuff just because we happen to break out of the open range. That's a mistake a lot of traders make. And I gave up doing that a long time ago. Occasionally I'll still do it, but I usually jump on, say, a first break, like this would be a first break with these two here. If I think everything else is lining up and really saying everything is a sell, for instance. But that is most certainly not the case here on the daily, and not really the case on the 30-minute chart, although we have broken a couple of pre-market 30-minute candles here to the downside. Let's see if that goes even further. Interesting, just talking that through with you here in real time. Back to the sisters, inside the open range. Nothing being committed here by either party. Bulls and the bears, longs and the shorts. Buyers and the sellers, good and evil. So I'm going to watch this thing with you. Just watching now, guys. This is just a marker for now. All right, sell stop, guys. Sell stop right there. and my stop is above. And I'm in, guys. I am in. Bear with me for one moment. All right, I am short the NASDAQ here, guys. A little quicker than I expected. I just saw something and I'm going to show you in a moment. Back to the 1 minute chart here for a moment. All right, guys, stop to break even. Want to lock in a sure no lose here. High chance of being stopped out of break even, but I'm okay with that here on this Friday. I've had a pretty good week and I want to preserve that if I can. All right, guys, well, stopped out of break even on that one right there. And as I typically do, I will let the video play out so we can see if we come all the way back to my original stop or if we eventually hit the take profit without coming back to the stop loss. Now, some of you want to see that. I'm happy to let it play out. Here we go. So why am I short here, guys? Well, daily is permissive to both. Inside day, body flipping to a bearish body, the blue body, if you can see it up there in the top left-hand corner. We have been rallying, so fairly extended here on the 30-minute chart. 2 equal body highs here, and then a third, of course, on the open. Pressing down, flipping, dropping down, initially breaking below the open range, pulling back in again, but respecting the 9 and 21 in a bearish configuration, 9 below 21. Rounding over, dropping through, new session low for the day. That means during the regular trading hours, of course, clean traffic and permitted by the daily, rather than being aggressively powered by the daily, but you get the idea. And those are important pieces, units of conviction in a trade like this. We are now actually negative on the future session for NASDAQ. Dow and ES are both above, or really flat on the ES, but you get the idea. So even all overnight with this move up here, extended move, we are slightly negative on the NASDAQ. And there it is. And so here's another example where moving my stop to break even at around the 75% mark was a benefit. It was resourceful, even though it looked like here it was going to go back down and hit the original profit, in which case I would have thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't have moved to break even. But then here it is, getting stopped out at the original stop and protected by that dynamic shift. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you. Happy Friday to you. I may come back for another trade. Who knows? We're getting some whippy action here now. Something may set up, but it's doubtful. I'll see you soon. Have an amazing weekend if I don't. Take care.